She shuffled in like she was carrying the world. Carol Brennan, 62 but looking 70, hair unwashed, roots showing, wearing the same cardigan I'd seen her in last month. "Just make it manageable," she said, collapsing into my chair. "I have 10 minutes before I need to get back." "Back where?" I asked, though I suspected. "Mom's, the aide called in sick. Again." I started examining her neglected hair. Carol used to come religiously every 6 weeks. Perfect color, perfect cut. That was before. "How is she?" I asked gently. Carol laughed, bitter, exhausted. "She died 5 years ago, Angel. What's left? That's not my mother." She pulled out her phone, showed me a photo. An elderly woman, vacant eyes, thin smile. She asked me yesterday who I was, then accused me of stealing her daughter. As I worked on Carol's hair, a simple trim, all she could afford time-wise, she told me the progression. Started with keys. Mom couldn't find her keys. We joked about it, senior moments. Then came missed appointments, burned dinners, getting lost driving to church she'd attended 40 years. "When did you know?" I asked. "When she called 911 to report strangers in her house. The strangers were me and my brother Tom. She was terrified, genuinely terrified of her own children. The diagnosis came 6 months later. Alzheimer's, moderate stage already. The doctor said we had maybe 2 good years left. That was 7 years ago. The good years, they lasted 2 months. I quit my job first," Carol said. "Director of marketing, 6 figures. Thought I'd take a year, maybe 2. That was 4 years ago. My 401k is gone, savings gone. I'm living on credit cards and Mom's Social Security." Her brother Tom, different story. He shows up once a month, brings flowers, stays an hour, posts on Facebook about visiting his beloved mother, gets all the likes and prayers. But I'm here 24/7, changing diapers, getting hit when she's confused, listening to her scream for her own mother at 3 a.m. Carol's husband had left 2 years in, said he didn't sign up to watch his wife disappear into caregiving. "He was right," Carol said quietly. "I did disappear, into her disease, into her needs. There's nothing left of me." "Want to know when I realized I was dying too?" Carol asked. I nodded, working steadily on her neglected ends. "Last month. Chest pains, crushing, classic heart attack symptoms. You know what I did? Called 911. I gave Mom her lunch first, made sure she was settled, wrote a note for Tom in case, then I drove myself to the ER. Carol, they said stress cardiomyopathy, broken heart syndrome. Literally, my heart is failing from stress. The doctor had been blunt. Keep this up and she'd be dead within 2 years. I laughed, told him Mom's doctor said the same thing about her 7 years ago. I have thoughts, Angel. Terrible thoughts. I kept cutting, letting her speak. I pray for her to die every night, then feel guilty, then pray harder. That's normal. That's what the support group says. We all think it. Some woman admitted she'd researched how much morphine. She couldn't finish. I'm not that far gone yet, but I understand her. When you're watching someone you love trapped in a body that won't quit, when you're dying yourself from keeping them alive. Have you looked into facilities? I asked. Carol pulled out paperwork. Memory care, $8,000 a month. Mom's house would cover maybe 2 years. Then Medicaid. You know what Medicaid facilities are like? I'd heard stories. Warehouses, where they park people until they die. I can't do that to her. The system is designed to bankrupt you, Carol said bitterly. They want you broke before they'll help. She told me about friends going through the same thing. Adult children quitting jobs, losing homes, destroying marriages to provide care. Lisa, from my support group, she and her siblings drew straws. Loser got mom. Can you imagine drawing straws for who ruins their life? What happened? The loser killed herself 6 months later. Left a note, I can't watch her die anymore. Jesus. Now the siblings are fighting over who gets mom next. Nobody wants her, their own mother. Carol's phone rang. She looked at the screen and aged 10 years. It's the neighbor. Mom must have gotten out again. She answered. I could hear shouting in the background. She's in their pool, fully clothed. Thinks she's at the beach with Dad. Carol rubbed her eyes. Dad's been dead 15 years. She stood up, hair half cut. I have to go. Sit, I said firmly. 5 more minutes won't matter. You don't understand. Last time she got out, someone called APS, said I was neglecting her. They almost took her away. Would that be a relief? God, yes. But also, she's my mom, Angel. Somewhere in there, she's still my mom. As I rushed to finish her cut, Carol made a confession. I went to see one of those exit consultants. I knew what she meant. And a life planning, the kind that's not quite legal. Not for her, Carol clarified quickly. For me, for when I get it. Carol, you don't know. It's genetic. Mom's mom had it, mom has it. I've got maybe 10 years before it starts. I won't put anyone through this. She showed me a document, advance directive, DNR, every possible legal way to say, let me die. It's not enough, though. Once you can't consent, you're trapped, just like Mom. There's one option I haven't tried, Carol said as I finished up. What's that? Just walking away, like Sheila Littleton did. Drop Mom at the ER and leave. Force the system to deal with her. Could you do that? Ask me in 6 months. After my heart gives out, after Tom inherits his half and nothing, after I've buried myself trying to keep her alive. She stood, looked at her reflection. The simple cut made her look more tired, not refreshed. You know what Mom said yesterday, during a lucid moment? She said, I'm sorry for doing this to you. She knows, Angel. Somewhere in there, she knows what this is costing me. What did you say? I lied, said it was no trouble, that I was happy to help, then went to the bathroom and screamed into a towel. At the door, Carol turned back. I made a decision today. I'm putting her in respite care for a week. Tom will have to help pay. That's good. I'm not going on vacation. I'm checking myself into the hospital, getting my heart fixed, maybe my head too. Carol, that's selfish? Necessary? I don't know anymore, but I can't help her if I'm dead. She showed me a photo on her phone. Carol and her mom, maybe 10 years ago, both smiling, vibrant, alive. I want to remember her like this, not what she's become. Not what I've become trying to keep her body going after her mind left. Tom Brennan came in, Carol's brother. I'd never cut his hair before. Carol sent me, he said awkwardly. She said you'd want to know. My hands stilled. Is she? Mom passed 3 months ago, peacefully, in her sleep at the facility. Facility? After Carol's heart surgery, she had to have a triple bypass. We moved Mom to memory care, sold the house, split the care duties. How's Carol? He smiled sadly. Angry, relieved, guilty about feeling relieved. but alive, that's what matters. He showed me a recent photo. Carol looked 10 years younger, still tired, but present. She's in therapy, dealing with what she calls caregiver's PTSD. Says she still wakes up at 3 a.m. thinking she hears mom calling. Is she working? Part-time, at an Alzheimer's foundation, helping other families navigate the system. Turns out knowing exactly how broken it is makes her valuable. As I cut Tom's hair, he said something that stuck with me. Carol saved Mom by almost killing herself, then saved herself by letting Mom go. I don't know which was harder. From this chair, I've seen families destroyed by love, by the inability to let go, by a system that demands everything and gives nothing back. Carol taught me that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is stop destroying yourself to delay the inevitable. That there's no shame in admitting you can't pour from an empty cup. That choosing your own life over extending someone else's death isn't selfish, it's survival. And for caregivers watching their loved ones disappear one memory at a time, survival is victory, even when it feels like defeat. Every child caring for a parent with dementia knows the truth. You grieve them twice. Once when their mind goes, again when their body follows. And in between, you lose yourself, unless you're brave enough to save yourself first, like Carol finally did, before it was too late.